Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are playing Mask, a New Generation. It is episode 4 that we're playing with Ro being the GM. And let's start off like we normally do and see how everyone's been doing. We'll start with the GM first. Ro, how's your week been?
Things were going pretty good. I tried a new job, but it didn't work out for me, so that's okay. It means I have more time for gaming and doing things with you and spending time with my family. So,
Oh, that's good. And let's go next with Zabby.
It's basically been a lot more of the same. More of the, I can survive on 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, but I really need more than that.
Okay. And what about you, Mega?
Doing all right. Had a pretty lax workload this week, which was good. So I got some extra time to play video games. I've been playing the Prince of Persia Metroidvania. It's called the Lost Crown, and it's a very good game with some of the best puzzle platforming stuff that I've seen since the Guacamelee games. So I recommend that if that's the kind of stuff you're into.
Oh yeah, definitely check that. You guys need to check that out. Those types of games interest you. And finally, we have Draco.
Well, I mean, I'm not last because then we got to hear how your week was, right? But my week was okay. Pretty much, the same as always, except for last night with our loads of fun that we had. And I am, yes, plugging our chaotic mess. Come see it Monday. You'll laugh your ass off. That's all I'm going to say.
I got one thing to add that. Leave my damn ship alone. Yeah, so for me, it's been very busy for a couple reasons. One, No Man's Sky came out with a new expedition that I've been playing through. And two, Star's Reach is adding in vendor kiosks, so we'll actually have an easier way of selling goods in the game. So things are progressing in there. So I've been busy making videos and getting that kind of stuff done. But let's go ahead and actually jump into the game. So Ro, go ahead and kick things off.
okay. So, just a recap from last time. Halloween was approaching. You learned that there was a plot to go after the juniors in the high school, particularly the ones that hang out in this one particular staircase that seems to go to nowhere. You had planned to prank the seniors, and you set up the seniors' masks with some irritant. You planned to film them being humiliated by your own prank. And you had started on that plan, and then things took a turn when a ghostly being came out of the top of the stairs, and poor Starborn had this ghostly being stick their hand right through his chest, which freaked him out so much that he detonated in a big explosion. Meanwhile, Rigger had headed off and found a place. He had to do a little bit of fast talking, but he managed to get himself by himself so he could call up his armor and his drones to assist him. Meanwhile, Dynamix, originally dressed out as a zombie cheerleader, set outside planning to take some filming and humiliate the seniors, saw the big explosion off and decided that she might need to be a little more hero and a lot less cheerleader tonight. Oh, and Daeho, or David Song, had helped get the seniors out of there using his masterful dance routines. And I think that pretty much covers everything that's been that was going on. Did I miss any important parts?
Well, there's the
Sounds it
last
to me.
bit where our Starborn no longer has the ghost arm through his chest because Dynamix tackled him out of there. Unfortunately, she's now has been fully ghosted and has kind of gotten a little bit wrecked.
Yes. All right. So, let's start with then Dynamix, who was getting ghosted, and you are being pulled into the top of the stairs.
So it's kind of like sinking into the stairs itself.
Well, you're kind of like floating along with this ghost being up into the top of the stairs.
And where are we going with? She's still, because I know that we took like a couple conditions on where she was actually like she was basically stunned for a turn off there. Is that basically how it's gotten her moving, or
Yeah, she is moving out and up the stairs and dragging you with her. Possible.
all right? Well,
So-
I presumably that if Dynamix is recovered enough to actually be able to do something about this, well, whatever bit of either floor or wall or heck, ceiling, if high enough, I mean, whatever bit of the building is close enough to be, or is there any bit of the building within arm's reach?
Though when the Starborn detonated, he created a lot of rubble around the place. So there's a lot of stuff that you just want to grab some chunk of rubble or something like that. Yeah, there's stuff like that to grab, but you don't have anything like the staircase itself is in a mess.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of debris everywhere.
Yeah, because but originally thinking I was okay, just like take a hand, slam it into part of the building just to kind of anchor. But if all that's there is debris, then and grab at the biggest piece and see if it'll at least slow things down any. And it's groveling around.
So you're just trying to, change how the scene's playing out to try and get yourself out of this situation. Does that sound reasonable, or are you trying to?
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
I'd
know
say
if
that.
you're really trying to attack her, so that's not facing danger. So that's more freak by the sounds of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically it's latch on to something with super strength and
Okay.
hope that physics applies itself.
All right. Give me a roll and see what happens.
Full hit, 11.
We'll hit. Okay. Then we'll hit. You definitely latch on and are breaking free from her grip.
All right, so we've got the zombie cheerleader getting dragged up the stairs and just lashes out, fingers dig into some of the stuff, and it's basically just chunk, basic. Well, I mean, it is appropriate that she starts like a zombie because it looks like she's basically trying to claw her way out of a grave just in an odd direction.
All right. So you've gotten yourself out of a situation. What do you want to do with you having broken free from her grip now?
Well, let's take a look and well, it's going to be an assess situation. Main concern is okay. So it knocked Starborn free. Is he like actually movement capable here? Is he still stunned? Whatever. Like, kind of need to lay out where everybody is and what else is going on now that she's capable of doing things.
All right. So let's assess the situation. So see what we get.
And another full hit at 12.
Awesome.
Playing to her
All right.
strengths tonight.
What 2 things do you want?
All right. What we got?
You have biggest threat, greatest danger, who is most vulnerable, and how best to end this quickly, and what can I use to something.
Well, I suppose rather than, no, I suppose yes. That what is in the greatest danger? Yeah. So who's like besides herself at the moment? Who appears to be at the greatest risk here?
Right now, Starborn is probably the most at risk at the moment, seeing as how you've already got most of like the regular people have already been evacuated from the place thanks to the work of like Deho. So it's pretty much her, you, and Starborn that are immediately in the area. So and Starborn, after his explosion and that, it seems to be still very a bit out of it. So he's
Mhm.
probably the most at risk.
All right. Well, what here can I use to, well, uh, best get him out of danger the rest of the way so he can actually get a chance to recover?
Hmm. I guess the best way to get him out of danger would be to basically carry him either out the hole that's been torn in the ceiling or down the hallway towards the gymnasium where the group came in through, or find another fire exit. You might have to do a little bit of effort, but you might be able to get through some other place as well.
Well, we know we came in through the roof here. Ghost is also going upwards. So let's go ahead, just kind of short super hop over, grab Starborn, and let's book it in the direction of the gymnasium then.
Okay, so we'll cut over and David. So what are you doing?
Where am I in relation to Dynamics and Starboard?
Well, you had been dancing the seniors out, so I'll say that you've reached the gymnasium with them. So you can basically, at this point, let them, leave on their own accord if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and ditch them and run back to try to see if I can aid the others.
All right. You see that Dynamix is grabbing for Starborn on the ground. You see this ghostly presence still hanging in the air above them. And seems to be trying to reach out and draw them with her.
Okay. I'm just gonna, so is Starborn like unconscious?
Not unconscious, but definitely is not in best of conditions.
Okay, is Dynamics is it slowing her down, trying to drag him out or carry him out, or I'm just wondering if it seems like it will help, I will go and also lend support to Starborn to try to prop him up and get him out of there.
Well, it seems like you wouldn't actually realize that this is Dynamix here.
Okay, that's
It would be reasonable to assume that, okay, this is a normal strength person trying to haul Starborn out of the way.
Yes.
good point. I will do that then.
All right, so you're gonna go and assist Dynamic, the cheerleader, the zombie
Mhm.
cheerleader, and getting Starborn to safety.
Yep.
Okay, I will have you then roll Savior with a +1 being from the Dynamix's last roll. It's carried forward, and then there's 4 points in the team pool if needed.
Oh, I got a hit. I already have a +2 for my savior, so
Okay.
then with the +1, yeah.
I mean, would it be
Right.
possible, since we're working together, to take one of those team points and boost that up to a 10, or is it too late now that it's rolled?
He could do it in a selfish way, or somebody else could do it if they were as part of the team action. Yes.
No, I mean, with dynamics there being as part of the team action of getting them out.
That what you guys want to do?
Would there really be any benefit to a 10? Is that
it's better than a 9, which means you would take a consequence for helping out. It means basically you'd be taking a hit.
okay.
A minor one, I think, but we want a full hit rather than just a regular hit if you're tilted.
Yeah,
in this situation, yeah.
Let's go ahead and do the team point then.
Spend the team pool. Okay.
Mhm.
And since you are working with the zombie cheerleader, we can definitely say that the team is working together. So, okay. So we'll subtract 1 from the team pool. Pool's now at 3. All right. So this is defend somebody. So So, Starborn, you can clear a condition. Which condition would you like to clear?
Oh God, I have 4 out of the 5. Let's I think I'd like to clear angry.
Okay. So, as they start to pull you to safety, you're going to settle down, decide you're not so angry about the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys are moving out of the way. Rigger,
Mhm.
you are suited up. You have your drones available to you. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to head over to the area where the ghosts were found. So I'm actually able to survey the area. I want to have my surveillance drone do a scan of the area in, multiple spectrums. And then I'm going to have I first want to see what the drone sees. What do I see when I actually get on the scene, since I was around the corner suiting up?
Okay. Yep. All right. Sounds like you're checking things over. You can assess the situation.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be superior, correct?
Correct.
13, full hit.
So, get 2 questions. 2 questions do you want?
Okay. Is it just that one ghost there, or is there multiple ghosts?
Okay. And you can detect you see the one ghost there, and definitely there's a cold blob in the air.
Mhm.
And at the top of the stairs, there's another cold blob. You don't know if that's for the way from one dimension into another, or whether that's another ghost being. Could be either.
Okay. And then 2, that ghost that was dragging them up the stairs, what is it doing now?
What is it doing now? Well, it's looking around for prey by the looks of it. Seems to be bobbing around, looking around since the Deho and the cheerleader and Starborn have all pulled away. It's kind of losing its targets. But you're here, so that's something.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself, my gun drone, and me between them and the ghosts. So sort of flanking them, walking backwards, making sure that they're secure as they're making their getaway.
All right. So give me a defend someone.
Savior.
Savior, yep.
Ah, miss. 3.
Oh. So you interpose yourself and kind of like putting a worm on a hook. You kind of stand there and you're going to get eaten. All right. So, first of all, roll to take a powerful blow. By the way, make sure to mark on that you took progress for making that miss.
I did put down the potential.
Okay.
That's conditions, right?
Yep.
11 full hit.
Ooh. Not good.
Yeah.
Leave. All right. 10 plus. Choose 2. Oh, sorry. Choose 1. Remove yourself from a situation, lose control of yourself, or 2 from the 7 to 9 list, which would be lash out verbally, give ground to your opposition, give them an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and marking 2 conditions. Can be really tough what you want to do. What are you feeling?
What were the first 2 options again?
Remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. Or lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or there's the 2 from the other, take 2 from the other list, which is lashing out against one of your teammates, take advantage if you have influence over them to inflict a condition, or you can give ground to your opposition, gives them an opportunity, or you
Okay,
struggle past the pain.
I'm gonna take the second option of lose control.
You're gonna lose control of your powers.
Mhm.
Okay, so you just order your drones to start blasting, blam, 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 and while that's happening, suddenly you're not quite in that moment anymore. Instead, you're standing there and you're looking around and you're just, you've got hand crutches. You don't have your suit anymore. And you see your machines going out of control. And then suddenly they stop working because you have no Wi Fi. You are just an ordinary person with crutches and barely able to walk as you feel the full weight of your cerebral palsy kicking in. And your machines aren't listening to you. You are in this bad, messed up world suddenly. It's like some sort of nightmare where you no longer are rigor. You are just your ordinary self. How do you feel?
I'd say a little bit shocked and helpless.
All right. I'm going to suggest you shift your mundane up 1 level and your danger down 1 level.
So you said mundane up 1 level.
Mundane up 1 and danger down 1.
Can they go negative?
If they were to go negative, they can go to -1, I believe. If your sheet should show you what they're at.
Yeah, I've made those changes.
All right. Sorry, -2 is the limit. If you go beyond -2, then you mark potential. Just leave it at that point. Same as if you were to try to go, like, since you were going to maintain 4, you leave it at 3, but you mark an extra point of potential.
Okay, so I do leave it at 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that all done?
All right. So you're caught. All right. So, David, as you were pulling things away, just as you were going around the corner, you see that Rigger sort of freezes up. His machines start blasting everything in sight, but he's just not moving. He's like frozen, and now he's just sort of drifting upwards. What are you doing?
So is everything still? Are the drones still blasting away?
Yeah, they seem to be doing kind of what their last command was, which was just to attack. But they don't seem to be, whatever this ghostly being is. Most of this stuff is just flying through it, and it's not even seeming to be affected by this hail of gunfire and other blasts coming from these drones. So it's kind of dangerous over there, but it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying you say that Rigger is like starting to float upwards.
Yep.
Okay. Gonna try to run at Rigger and grab him by the leg or the waist or whatever, and like pull him down and try to drag him out.
Okay. So, make a defend. So, roll savior.
Okay. Full hit.
All right. So you go over, you grab Rigger, and now you're hauling him out, pulling him from the control. You definitely feel that there is some sort of control, and his body has this icy quality to it that you aren't familiar with.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get him out of the room, basically.
All right.
Yelling at him to snap out of it.
So you can help him. He can either clear a condition or you can add a point to the team pool. What would you like to do?
Let's add a point to the team pool. I don't have any conditions at the moment.
Oh, I'd be speaking about Rigger. He would be clearing
Oh.
condition. All right. So team pool. Okay. All right. So you're grabbing Rigger and pulling him out. Starborn. You're getting pulled out of the area. You're kind of in the gymnasium now area with the help of a zombie cheerleader helping you out. What's you gonna do? What do you feel like you're?
Well, I assume that enough time has passed from Deho and the zombie cheerleader getting us out of harm's way that I've kind of regained my senses.
To some degree, yep.
Okay. And then I would notice Deho start to take off back there. I would look at the zombie cheerleader and kind of push away and be like, okay, go save yourself. I have to help my team. And I'm going to try to go and help Deho.
All right. So going back in to help out. All right. So that looks again defend a person. So that's savior. So take a check and see how you do.
So hopefully good. And we're going to say no.
Oh no.
Feels like an endless loop here.
Right?
You know, they do teach this in first aid, about, people constantly, charging in and one person ending up becoming a victim to the next person for the next person to try and save. All right. So, uh, you go charging back in, telling the zombie cheer, "I've got this. You save yourself." And you charge in, and the ghost just looks at you and knows that you have weakness. Roll the take a hit.
Oh, a 9.
All right, so you can either verbally lash out at a teammate, you can give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. You mark 2 conditions, I don't think you're going to be out and out.
Yeah, I can't do that last one.
So you can give the ghost some opportunity to do something, or you can lash out at the David here or Rigger. And if you have an influence, you can inflict a condition on them.
I I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it like I'm helping push Rigger out of the way, but of course, I stupidly kind of step into whatever this entity is, and it kind of like grasps me. And so I'm gonna just let it kind of get its opportunity.
Okay. So as you do that, and you are walking in and becoming the primary target as the world shifts around you, and you suddenly see that you are in a hospital, and the doors of the elevator have just opened. You start walking in, and it's kind of like an ordinary hospital, except you see off to the side there is a starborn wing marked on the hospital. Your name is on a whole wing of the hospital. Go towards that section of the wing. The doors to the wing open, and you see all sorts of people in wheelchairs, missing limbs, walking with crutches, people with bandages as if they're blinded or something bad has happened to them. You just hear the sound of the hospital equipment going beep, 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 beep as it's monitoring. There's a corridor for people that are in comas. Everybody around here is, the starborn wing is for people that have been injured by your powers. So, how do you feel?
Oh, that's gonna rip my heart out. uh, yeah, I feel kind of like sad that I'm the one that caused all this pain.
All right. So, mark your freak down 1 point and your savior up 1 point.
Got it.
Let's see. All right. So, zombie cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get people out, and they all go rushing back in. What are you doing?
Well, anyone who can still hear at this point is probably hearing a very familiar sound of aggravation coming from the cheerleader.
Ah, the joys of being a leader.
All right. So, first rule of rescue is don't become a victim yourself. And okay, imagine that sex happened to leave him there for a moment. Need to figure out what's going on. From what I've observed, would it seem accurate to say that it's only really capable of grabbing one person at a time? Like now that it's gone after Starborn, is Rigger no longer being floated up?
It doesn't seem to be able to. It doesn't seem to have that kind of limit of only one at a time. But it does seem to focus more on one person at a time.
Okay, so
It
it's
doesn't
two
need
being
to-
dragged, but
Yes. Well, David seems to have got Rigger, in his clutches, and seems to be, able to keep him, reasonably safe at the moment.
all right.
Definitely Rigger. That's Rigger's, but definitely Starborn is right now, in the clutches of the creature.
All right. And would I, while dragging, helping to drag Starborn away earlier, would I have noticed that it wasn't really advancing or anything until Rigger got close enough to basically kind of have it lock on to him?
Yeah, it's so far you haven't seen it do anything more but be localized. Now, how local that zone might be, I mean, you definitely the staircase is a bad place, but you don't know how much farther beyond the staircase it might have influence or be willing to travel.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, and so we're at the gym. Now, at this point, we're probably going to be crossing over into, rather than kind of reflecting on things, doing a full-on assess the situation. Look for something that basically I want to effectively try and lasso Starborn at this point to drag him back out of there. And I'm going to need some tools for that. Like
All right, so
climbing
you
rope
have
or
your
volleyball net, something.
okay. So definitely you want to be able to quickly cobble something together. All right. So that sounds like unleashing your powers. So
Mhm.
make a roll on unleash your powers or freak, and let's see.
Oh, that's actually a miss.
I will let you know you do have 4 points in the team pool. You could move it to at least a 7 by spending 1 point from your selfishly.
Yeah, and then that would have a +1 -1 shift if I did that, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Let's see.
All right. Here's it is. When you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. Remove one team from the pool and shift one label up and one label down. Your choice. You can use this option after rolling to alter the label you are rolling with. So you can decide how to interpret, when you're acting selfishly about your thoughts about your teammates and how you're having to step up and because they're evidently not capable of handling things as well as you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so that's actually how we'll go about it here. So she's she's just getting really frustrated about it. So yeah, we'll go ahead. I'll use the team pool selfishly. She's, I mean, at this point, yeah, her kind of just starts ranting about just, okay, having to go in, having to do this work, and we just got you out of this, and we'll have to do everything over here. And at this point,
How many times are you gonna have to save the same people again and again? Yes.
yeah. And so so what we'll do is Freak gets boosted. Mundane will get lowered, but because it can't go below -2, I instead would take the angry condition. Does that work?
You can take the angry condition if you want. Yep.
All right, yeah, so Freak goes up to 3, Mundane stays the same because it can't go lower. So instead, switch on Angry, because, well, she is at this point here, and then that barely gets it to a 7.
Okay. That's fine. 7's works, and you've paid the price, so yes. You manage to quickly, you know where the science and electronic labs are, and you start to assemble a device. Describe to me what kind of this device is going to do to the ghost or to the portal.
I mean, actually, this I was intending for on here was I could just find something that I could use to drag Starborn back out of there from range rather than having to go in and get close enough to be at risk again.
Sure, you can definitely find a pole that you can put a little gap hook on and use that. There's the gymnasium does have a stage area, so there is poles with actually a pole almost designed for doing that, for grabbing things that get hooked or caught on the nets, or need to be put higher up in the things. So
no, I mean, if we're going full on unleashing powers on it here, that's kind of a little too mundane. So I'm thinking basically pneumatic net launcher, and then there's just the rope is long enough that you can just yank back after it's grabbed on.
Okay. That does sound more in line with your character. Okay. So you have assembled your item.
Yep.
David.
And now
let's switch over to David. It's going to take you a little bit to do that dynamics. So, David, you have Rigger. You've pulling him out. He's kind of, limp. You've got bullets and blasts going off in all directions from these drones, which are blowing things away. And one is trying to wield a giant axe and slash at everything in sight. And it just keeps on sweeping through the ghostly entity with no effect. What are you doing?
So is Rigger still cold? Still obviously under the effect of the ghost?
Yeah, it seems to be still under the effect of the ghost. Certainly not responding when, like, if you waved your hand in front of his visor, nothing seems to be registering.
Okay. And have I pulled him away from like where the drones are actively attacking?
Yes, you've pulled him to, the doorway at least.
Does he still seem to be... Sorry, what?
But you do see that Starborn came into the room and now is kind of just hovering in the air there.
Okay. Let's see. So do I still feel like the pull of Rigger being lifted as well?
Not so much. I mean, definitely he feels a little lighter than you would expect with his equipment and that. So definitely the creature has some sort of influence still over him, but it doesn't feel, but you seem to be holding him, and he's not just going to go wandering off if you leave him for a few seconds.
Okay, I'll ditch him just outside of the doorway then, and run and try to do the same thing to Starborn, essentially.
All right. Make another savior check.
We'll hit.
We'll hit.
Yeah, I'm getting some decent rolls today.
That's who's stealing them all. It's Mega.
Yeah.
One person's got to have them.
So are you going to cure a condition on Starborn, or are you going to put a team pool back in, or what? Or are you going to get
Oh, yeah,
over,
like-
Starborn, or what?
If he's got a bunch of conditions, I will go ahead and definitely clear a condition.
All right. So you grab him and start pulling him back to where you left Rigger. And all right. So we'll say that you've moved Rigger and Starborn to the gymnasium area where the cheerleader has managed to assemble some sort of device. The drones have started to run out of ammunition or slowing down, and Rigger's starting to come back to his senses. Starborn is starting to come back to his senses. What's your guys' plan at this point?
I'd just like to ask, what condition do I clear? One of my choosing, or
Yeah, take one of your choosing.
okay?
Just let me know which one you're choosing.
I think I'm going to clear insecure.
Okay. All right. So we're just giving you a chance. Everybody's here in the gymnasium. You can regroup and plot out what you want to do next.
Well, the first thing I
Taking
want to
some
know
links.
is with having my surveillance drone scanning all this kind of stuff, I want to sift through the data and see what I can find out about this entity and these energy fields.
Okay. Well, your drone shows you that once you were all out of the area, the entity, having swept the staircase, moves back up and flows into the top point, and so all you register is a energy field at the very top of the stairs.
Okay, so I let the others know that, hey, there's still an energy field at the top of the stairs, but the entity and the other energy fields have sort of dissipated.
Anybody know anything about ghosts or know an exorcist or something where we could like seal off that wall?
Well, let's see. I've been reading the files that I haven't used lately on here. I wonder if there's been any sort of documentation about similar phenomenon, anything in the area, or just any of this kind of thing that's popped up before in the Mentor's vast experience.
Okay, sure. You've got the ability, so use your going through the files and see what happens.
10, full hit.
All right. And does that just give you 2, or what's that give you?
It's roll superior to tell the team an important detail.
Important detail. Okay. Well,
Let's see. So it's all right. So more detailed on it there. It's so one important detail from studies, GM will tell you what, if anything seems different from what you remember. On a 10 plus, ask the GM a follow-up question. They will answer it honestly.
all right. So, you do recall that there has been a history of students that were that were juniors that have from the high school generally run away towards the end of October, November area for years now. There is a, history of children running away. So
you're talking running away like just... I'm assuming you don't mean just fleeing the school. I assume you mean just straight up vanishing and assumed to be like teenage runaways.
exactly. So this could be an explanation for why there have been a lot of teenage runaways going on.
Mhm.
And maybe they're not all runaways.
All right, and then a follow-up question. Any sort of, I guess, okay, about when would this history have started? Like, how far back does that go?
At least as long as this school, and maybe longer. So,
All right, so it's probably, so relaying this all over probably kind of gets the ghost story air going about the fact. And oh yeah, Zombie Girl's voice seems, oh, and demeanor, and the fact that she's got a weird ass piece of tech with her now. Yeah, so I think it's safe to assume they can figure out that this is probably Dynamix now. It comes out of nowhere, messes around with some stuff, and now tells a ghost story. That is, unfortunately, she's sounding a bit shaken about it too, because, well, I mean, she's still afraid and insecure about her own encounter with it, so she's not sounding at her best, but still irritated.
okay. So, explaining all this about this isn't that there's been a lot of disappearances of juniors, but strange things have happened. This could all be connected. One of you asked whether you knew anybody who deals with magic. And I do believe you guys did have somebody in your foundation story that dealt with magic that you helped out originally. But that's a member of the Mega of Dynaman's group.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you don't really have that much connection with Dynaman's group at this point in time. Though you did help the one guy, and that's how you got your base.
Yeah, so we've got, and we helped out Spellslinger, and we've got the comms on there. And this is probably going in.
So are you basically going to pass this off to some adults to handle, or are you going to try and deal with this yourselves?
Well, I'm wondering if with Starborn's powers, is there some way that he can assess what happened to see if maybe this is similar excuse me, to like what he can do where he can alter like reality? Like, is this a similar thing, or is this like something totally, outside his wheelhouse?
Well, you stretch your powers, you might be able to reach the barrier and get into whatever dimension the ghostly being comes from at that portal at the very top of the stairs. I mean, that's certainly something you could try and do.
Does that mean I'd have to like go up there again, or could I do it from safety?
Yeah, you usually have to get close enough to have eyes on the target, dear.
All right. Well, I'll relay that to the team now that we get the idea that the zombie cheerleader is Dynamix. And as they suggest the Spellslinger, I'll also say, well, if I can get close enough with the energy, I could maybe, tap into it and see what it is exactly.
Well, it'd be so much seeing what it is. It would be trying to see if you can open a way so that the rest of you guys could go in and try and fight the ghost on its level of place.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not even sure how to go about fighting a ghost in the first place. That's why I was asking if anybody had any knowledge of it. Like, do we need to, I mean, I don't know that I can punch it in the face, and seeing what happens when it touches the rest of you, like, I don't necessarily want to touch it. So I don't know if we need some kind of, particular, weapon, like holy water, some shit. I don't know.
Well, if it's, I was going to say, if it's able to get here, we should be able to get there, which means that maybe it has a physical form there or something that we could deal with, or maybe it's the traveling through whatever energies that is makes it so its physical body can't come through, so it seems like a ghost to us. I don't know this for anything. I'm just saying, an option.
Wondering if actually didn't okay, out of character real quick. Last week you tried to seal up didn't you try to do something where you like crush or collapse the wall in or something to try to prevent it from coming out? Or something about that?
I grabbed a couple of walls and slammed it on the ghost to try and stop it, but it didn't work. Well, it worked, but it didn't.
Yeah, we've seen that raw physical force doesn't work.
Being a ghost, it's not nearly as affected by slamming things onto it.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is if we can seal off like whatever kind of interdimensional like portal is going on. I'd rather not have to confront the ghost directly, like if I don't know what it's vulnerable to. I'd be more likely to like want to look into essentially just like trying to prevent it from returning.
At this point, Dynamic's kind of a resigned sigh out there, and if it's trying to drag us to wherever it is, whenever it grabs us, this has been going on for years and years. We need to know if anyone that took before is still there. She did not sound happy about that at all, but if we're gonna have to be the hero side, we can't take the chance of leaving someone behind in there.
That's a fair point, but it does feel like we're just jumping into the kidnapper's van.
Well, here's a suggestion I have. I have my drones. What I can do is I can have my drones put an energy field around them that matches the energy field that's being put off by the ghost and this. I can have my surveillance drone try to go through the portal, see what we see on the other side with my camera feed and information, and then see if my melee drone can actually physically touch the ghost with the energy field around it. What do you
Not
guys
for
think of that?
sacrificing those drones.
Yeah, it's better than sacrificing us, and we could get some valuable information.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that works for me. It is top of the hour. Can we do a quick 10-minute?
Yeah,
sounds like you guys have a working plan. So sure, let's take a break and then we'll see how it works out after the hour.
all right,
Cool.
Yep.
Back 10 minutes, so 7:10.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Isn't it?
All right. So, first of all,
Hmm?
to reach into the other field, you said you're going to try and put an energy field around to try and reach into this place.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, check for unleash your powers.
So freak.
And I would figure that with Dynamics there, she'd probably we'll put a team point in towards boosting it, or basically gain a second survive and gain everything configured properly.
Okay.
Okay. So +1.
Hmm.
One. I got a hit of
Yay.
7.
All right. So you can choose to either mark a condition, or you can tell me that this is unstable or temporary. What's going on here? Which do you see?
I'm marking condition angry because my character is getting a bit frustrated with the fact that it's dealing with something that, he's not sort of used to. So he's getting a bit frustrated and with what he previously had just experienced, sort of set him off in that mood to be a bit angry.
Okay. Oh, mark your anger.
I did.
All right. So you alter the fields on your drones and you send them through the barrier.
Well, one through
And
the
they do
barrier,
cross.
one to grab the ghost.
Well, the ghost is not in the stairwell at the
Oh,
moment.
okay.
The ghost is on the other side of the barrier.
Okay, yeah, so both of them will have to go through. Never mind. My
Yeah.
bad.
Well, your drones with the altered thing, they do breach the barrier, but your field of vision starts getting sparky and cloudy, like it's a really bad reception.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're having troubles. It's a lot of like snow interference.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not quite sure what's going on the other side. You can't quite clearly see it. They've made the barrier, they've gotten through, but trying to control them from the other side is
Mm-hmm.
not going to be very successful. Do you want to continue with this, or are you going to are you going to cross the barrier, call them back, or what?
I want to see if I can clear up the signal.
Try and clear up the signal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll again on your unleash powers. See what you can do.
Oh, I missed. So I since I'm close to a hit, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cool point and put it towards trying to push this. Just to
Okay.
7.
All right. So that's using it selfishly. So uh so you must state how your actions ignore or insult your teammates and remove one from the team pool, and then shift one of your labels up and one label down. Your choice. Which labels do you want to work with? One goes up, one goes down.
Okay, I'm gonna drop freak by 1. And
Oh,
raise...
you'll need to boost that to help your roll, though, don't you? Because that was a freak roll.
Well, it's already at 2.
You can go up to 3.
Yes, but this is after the roll. So
So
it won't affect this roll.
So you're going to move your freak to 1, and what are you going to raise?
Danger, I'm going to put back to 0 because it was at -1.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
All right. So you can, again, this can be a temporary effect or you can mark a condition. And you should also, again, say how you're insulting your own fellow teammates for their lack of ability or what you would like.
I'm sorry, Dynamax, but you were helping me out, so I'm gonna sort of unleash on you. I'm like, the information you give me didn't really help out, made things worse. What the hell?
Clearly, Rigger knows his equipment.
Yeah.
I know how it works. All right. And so, are you going to have this as a temporary, unstable thing, or are you going to try and make it better, but you're going to mark a condition, which you're going to do?
I'm gonna make it temporary.
Okay. So, you clear up the signal to some degree. It's not very good because you clearly never designed to try and figure out how to breach barriers with your drone equipment,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see, and you can see that there is a kind of like a hallway initially on the other side, and along the hallway you see like milk cartons, and on each of these milk cartons you see a face.
Okay, so I want the drone to take a closer look at the milk cartons.
Okay.
With having the list of missing people, do the milk cartons match up to the list of missing people?
There are definitely some of these milk cartons are matching up to known people that are missing, and there are some names and things that were not on your list.
Okay, so I convey this information to the team that, hey, look, my drones are seeing milk cartons with the names and faces of the people that are missing on the list that we have.
And then is that it? We just have a ghost dimension full of milk cartons. That's what we found on the other side of all this.
Right now, that's all you're seeing. It's a hallway going through, and and on the sides of the hallway are these milk cartons. Now, there might be something farther down the hallway. You don't know.
I mean, since we're still in Rigger's action, I guess it depends on, are you going to keep exploring or are you going to recall the drone before something happens?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm going to recall the drone since I'm getting a bad signal.
Okay.
So that next action I have, I can sort of, compile the data and see what I can do to strengthen the signal and strengthen the energy field so it's not as rough.
All right. So I take it, Rigger, that you've conveyed this information to the other people.
Yes.
All right. And as you are pulling the drones back, you hear in your ear, see what you're doing. Can't have them. They're mine.
Okay, so I have a record system on my thing. I say, I just heard something, take a listen, and I play the recording.
And there is no, the recorder did not pick up whatever you heard. They're just, the rest of the people are just kind of looking at you, kind of like you're crazy.
Okay, I swore I heard them say, I see you. I have them. They are mine. You cannot have them. Because of the bad
Alright.
signal, I let them know because of the bad signal I'm getting, it may not have captured the recording correctly or some odd phenomenon's going on.
All right, Starborn. What are you doing?
Yep. After hearing all this and being told what is over there, I'm just going to suggest to the team that we're going to have to go over. I mean, if they're over there, if this thing is saying they're his or its, then we need to save them. Maybe that will stop it.
I guess the question that I have is that if, in order to send the drones through, they had to match the energy signal of the wall, then, I mean, how do we match the energy signal of the wall? Didn't we try to press on it last time, and it seemed solid to us?
I threw something. I threw my glove at it, but that didn't do anything. But I feel with my powers, where I can kind of shape reality, or I can shape the energies around us, or put us like all in one big energy ball to go through.
Yeah,
And
well,
Starborn, while you're talking to them, you hear this whispered voice saying, I always have space for one more.
So chills immediately go down my spine. Okay, so Rigger's not crazy because it just spoke to me saying that it always has room for one more. I still think we should go, but we need to save these kids or whoever we can save.
yeah, so Dynamix has been kind of fuming a bit ever since Rigger unloaded on her. And, well, I kind of want to set up clear and secure anyway, so take a foolhardy action without talking to the team. So, given that, it's like, all right, fine. And she just starts running up towards the stairs. Her goal is basically move fast enough to attempt to dive through the portal before the Force can actually get a hold of her.
Okay.
And while basically in the act of going through, fire the grapple back to use it as an escape rope.
All right. So, then unleash powers and let's see what happens.
12, full hit.
All right. Have no problems. You breach the barrier as you head through and you fire your line behind you, latching onto something solid. So you have a way to pull yourself back.
As soon as Dynamix took off towards the stairs, Eli would have gone with her.
Okay. So since Dynamix rolled so well, definitely you can just simply pass through into the other zone as well. Zoom. We're both gone through.
All right, I'll go ahead and go with them.
Yeah, I follow suit.
Everybody into the pool.
There's no
as-
sharks.
It's like watching lemmings, you know. Do.
Well, that's the thing. As we're running in there, I'm like, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I'm saying it the whole entire time as I'm running towards it.
All right. So you are now in a sterile white hallway. It's like everything is like over white and over bright. So it's like one of those pictures that you if you're watching a movie and they show something like somebody in heaven or something like that. It's all white and it's super bright, and it's at the same time like over exposed, so you can't quite see the edges. But you do see that it's a hallway going down, and you see along the edges of the hallway all these milk cartons. And as you've all breached through, you hear kind of a laughter in your ears going, "You're mine now. Pretties, pretties, more pretties."
So we just hear that in our minds. There's no like direction of it.
Nope. It's like the back of your ears. Just like it's from behind you, but there's nothing there.
But we actually see the milk cartons.
You do see the milk cartons.
Okay. Are they like behind
kinda-
like anything, or are they just sitting there on a shelf, or
They're just kind of floating in the air.
Are
all
they
right.
open or closed?
They're closed.
I want to pick up one of them.
All right. As you touch it, you feel this strange force running through you, and take a powerful blow, please.
Beat.
Thank
Oh,
you,
that's good.
5.
The
you
one
want to
time you
roll
actually
low.
want to say miss.
Yeah. Now I still mark a potential, correct?
See. Can't remember
Yeah.
on that one. It's always the
On a miss, you
it's-
stand strong. Mark potential is normal. Say how you weather the blow.
yes, you do take you mark potential on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you feel this chill and going through, and it's going ah. No touching Edith's Edith's little presence.
Okay, I'm going to tell
Now,
the gang that I heard the voice again and telling me not to touch the cartons or the presents.
Sorry, are you conveying what the voice specifically said?
Yeah. Basically conveying that it said no or no touching Edith's little presents.
Is Edith the ghost, or is Edith the person on the carton?
it does not look like that it's the name on the carton.
Okay.
Name on the carton is George Stanwyck.
I think these are the people. Is there any way that I could assess that, or
You could make a assess the situation check using your superiority.
okay? Oh, not another 5.
Hey,
Look at all that potential
you
you're
get
building up.
more potential.
Hey, that means I fill up my potential.
Well, that'll be good for the end of the session. But for now, It's
If we live.
If we live.
you're not. You can't make a connection at this point in time. You're just lost on that sort of thing. Sorry, there's just nothing there. But as you turn back, as you're trying to figure this out, and you turn back to the other people, you again start, and things fade, and you are now in again a different place, and you're at ground zero, and you just see this big crater that you are at the bottom of, and you just see all around you smashed buildings, cars smashed, things gone, and you see Dynaman there looking at you doing, and putting his hand on you on your head, saying, "You did it again." And you just see parts of bodies here and there all around you. Okay, so you are. Meanwhile, the rest of you see that Starborn is kind of locked up in some sort of nightmare. You haven't gotten the idea. This is kind of a little bit like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mhm.
That things happen. So, let's go over to Rigger.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to have my drone go over with still the energy field that I had on it. I want my
Yep.
melee drone to pull Starborn off of the milk carton. Pull him away from the milk carton.
Okay, you pull him off the milk carton.
Okay. And then
He's just, you just see in his clothing, as you pull him away, just sort of kind of ripples and starts to look like it's all burned and frayed, as if he's been at a center of an explosion.
Okay, I want to check to see if my surveillance drone caught any data from the moment it pulled away. Is there any kind of like energy burst, anything, any clues there?
Nope.
Nope. So I want to have the drone continue to pull Starborn towards us. So he's back with the
Okay.
group.
Yep, you pull him back to be with the group here. He's just, but he definitely looks like his eyes look like they're in some sort of REM movement, like they're flickering, but nothing's registering.
I have no clue. I state this out loud. I have no clues on how to help him out beyond this point. But I want to see what happens when my drones with the energy field around them actually touches one of the milk cartons. As sort of an experiment to see if having an energy a correct energy field around it will protect them without harming any of us.
All right. Unleash your powers.
I think there's a bug in the system. That's 3 5s in a row.
It's broke.
We broke the system.
Let's see. Nope, the definite. Well, it looks similar. They are definitely different rolls.
Yeah, they are.
One was a 2+1+2 modifier. One was a 3+3 with a -1 modifier, and one was a 3+1 with a +1 modifier. So
Yep.
different rolls, just the same result. All right, so
Still say the system's broken.
yes. All right, so your drones hook up to around one of these things, and your feedback through the signals start to fade away, and they're going, and getting the information coming up. It's like they're trying to process, and there's a bug in the program because there's nothing there for them to process. They're being told to process, there's nothing to process. And they're just looping themselves now. And they're deciding to reboot.
Okay.
And they're going into a reboot cycle.
Okay, so my melee drone's going into a reboot cycle.
Yep.
Because it's just that one drone that I sent to do that. I don't
Yes.
want to risk all three, so. Okay.
All right, let's move to Dynamics.
Yeah, so
You're the team leader, supposedly.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on how to do this or solve this problem?
well, I mean, we've
Or-
been. So she's kind of slowed down a little bit after bursting through on there, and the rest of the team messing with the milk bottles. It's like, all right, you're not getting through this by staying here. Don't touch the milk bottles. Rigger, grab your drones. David, grab Starborn. We have to keep going through. And then she's still holding on to that edge of anger, trying to keep that momentum going. Because at this point, things are basically enough out of her experience that if she stops for too long, she's just going to freeze up and not get out of it. So she has to keep moving down that hallway. She's basically just storming down it.
Okay. We're storming down the hallway. And all right. And one moment you're going down the hallway, and the next moment you are suddenly in a room. And it's a lab. And there's tanks all around you. And in these tanks, you see various fetuses and people in levels of development. And near all these tanks, with all these, fetuses and bodies growing, you see your parents are talking. And they're talking about, it's okay. If one fails, we can start again. We'll make it, eventually we'll get what we want. And you see them sort of looking over at monitors, and they're showing you and says, she was a good try, but we'll get it right this time.
All right, so and it's a good thing she's not Nova, because at this, she would just explode. I mean, she's not sure if this is a vision and no one else is hearing this, but she's basically turning around and it's like, I know who I am. I am not a project. I am not a failure. I am, and she just pretty much the nearest thing that, I guess, like nearest thing, whatever thing that is in her way, she's just backhands her way through and just keeps trying to push forward through everything.
All right. So you just keep pushing through. All right. So I want you to move your freak up 1 and your superior down 1.
All right. Well, Freak is currently capped up at 3, so
So just mark potential on that.
and that's 5 dots there.
You moved your superior down 1.
I move Savior down instead, so now I've got that straightened out. There we go.
Okay. All right. So you're locked in a weird vision. So you guys were following Dynamix, and then Dynamix sort of goes into a strange, like redoubling, swearing up a bit of a storm as she's tearing down, going down the hallway. But she doesn't seem to be, interacting with you guys anymore. All right, David, you are leading our Starborn, who's kind of in a bit of a daze at the moment. What else? Are you doing anything else or just doing that? Hey ho, David Song. Mega, are you there?
Yep, forgot I muted myself when I was looking at the Roll20 screen. So,
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, so I'm at kind of a loss. I was initially thinking, maybe we should open up one of the milk cartons, but after seeing what just touching it, the starboard, I'm second guessing that. Can I see the way we came in? Is there? Does it look like there's a visible exit?
Well, Dynamax is trailing a rope that goes back into a spot where it just sort of like ends, hanging in the midst of air. So you figure that's the way out.
Okay, I'm wondering if I should essentially try to shove starboard out, and if basically being out of the realm will cause them to snap out of it. So yeah, I'm going to try that.
All right. So we'll see. That snaps them out of it.
Would that be support or defend or engage? I'm not sure what that would be exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll your comfort or support someone.
Hit.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'd say clear condition in that case.
Okay. So Starborn, you can clear a condition.
I'm going to clear afraid.
Okay. And you are outside of the dimensional well.
So I'm
Find
like back
yourself-
to my senses. Just
You can sort of like come back to your senses, and you're going like, you're not sure what's happened for the last, several minutes. One moment you were looking at boxes, and the next moment you're here, and in between you kind of have memories of, being in this great crater of destruction and feeling the weight of it having occurred because of you.
So I guess one quick question they have is that was he still holding on to the milk carton?
No, my drone
he
had
was
pulled him
not.
off.
Okay.
but I don't see any of the teammates.
Nope. You are on you're standing next to a wall where there's the rope that goes to the wall, but your teammates don't seem to be here.
I'm gonna have to try and go back in.
Okay. So, we'll leave you to go back in. In the meantime, let's go back to Rigor.
Okay.
So, as you and Dynamix are heading down the wall to get the hallway together, and you are coming to, and the hallway seems to be about to end,
Hmm.
and there seems to be double doors here at the end.
Okay. So I'm going to send my surveillance drone to go check it out.
Okay. So you send your, and the doors fly open, and your survey drone goes in, and you can see that there appears to be kind of a large, lavish room in which there is some of the trappings of what you would say are like a old kettle pot with a flame. Uh, there is, and yet there is, a variety of nice little uh, trinkets on shelves. It's kind of like, you know, a person had taken a really nice uh, 1950s house
Mm-hmm.
and mixed it with the ideas of maybe an alchemist lab and a witch's and tossed in some witch's cauldron and witch's things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this amalgam of, you know, nice ceramic plates and a table, and on the table there are several milk containers.
Okay. Do I see anyone in the room?
Yes, you do see a woman who is standing by a pot, and she seems to have a large, uh, almost chunk of wood in this big uh, iron cauldron, which she's stirring, and she looks very much like some sort of witch, as you would think of it, and its features are very much like the ghost that you saw,
Okay.
but she seems much more real here.
Let me think.
Shoot her in the face.
Here in the base. So has my melee bot fully rebooted?
Yeah, it's rebooted, but it's farther down the hallway. Right now, you have your range bot and uh, your survey bots nearby. But you could spend time, calling your melee bot over to you.
Yes, I want to call my melee bot over to me.
Okay.
And I mean, I have my ranged bot take a defensive guard position, so that in case we get attacked or anything, it will protect us.
Okay.
And I
Just
let
letting you know,
I let the team know over our intercoms what I'm seeing.
Okay. And just to let you know, your range bot doesn't have a lot of ammo left, but
Mhm.
it's still got some left, as it dumped a whole bunch of ammo in the staircase when you told it to go blitz. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Dynamix, you burst through the all the your scene of all the vats with all the clones and various levels of development, and you burst through double doors, and now you are in that uh, kitchen fused area, and you can see this witch-like being stirring a pot. What are you going to do?
All right, so Still pissed about it. Definitely not in the best of moods after being faced with that on there. But all right, just slow down just a moment and gotta see if she recognizes this figure from, well, reading any more files.
Okay, we'll take a quick check.
7 hit.
Okay,
So it's one detail, no follow-up.
yes. There is a file on witches that were in the area from various, and there is a witch by the name of Edith that's in your files. A collector of children, eater of children, that sort of thing. But she hasn't been actively in this listed as being in Halcyon City for a long time. So.
Mm. All right, well.
You also do know that from the files that is believed that witches are subject to like creatures of fate, cold iron. That is, iron from meteors are supposed to be extremely bad for them.
Mm.
Not that I think you have anything with you at that point, but that's a possibility.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we will go ahead, try and distract her, get a rise out of her. Oh, go ahead, provoke her. Let's go. Edith the Witch, this is where you've been hiding for what? How many decades now? What, meteorites scare you by landing too close to your hut?
No, people built on my hut. But that's okay. I've been here for long enough that it's actually worked out rather well. I don't have to go finding the children. They come to me, just like you. Let me take away your pain, dearie, and you can join my collection. All right. So, said you want to try and provoke her?
Yeah, that's what I was intent to do there.
All right. So, roll your superior.
Yep. That's a 7 hit.
No.
Okay, so they have to choose whether stumble, err, or overreact.
Right. All right. So we will say that she is focused on you, and you have +1 going forward in the situation, which means that if you do something else, you can take advantage of that situation or give that bonus to somebody else.
Mhm.
All right. Because
All
she's
right.
busily focused on you and on having this wonderful little conversation. All right. Let's switch it up and go back to David.
Forward, though, I've got 7:55, and there was a thing that you wanted to cover, Chaos?
Oh, yes, there is. Can we call this a good stopping point?
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, so
probably
Yeah, don't want to overflow, but
make a note about the +1.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, make a note about the +1, definitely. So last Friday, the reason I was gone was I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. while I was there was a indie pen paper role playing game company that I saw, and they have offered free PDF versions of their second edition of the game to all of us to play.
Oh,
So
What is the name, or the name of the company?
it is called The Mythical Lands of Yield.
Of what?
Yield. YELD, something like that. I have the books in
the books in here.
Zavi's room. I'm having them take a look at it also. But we're all gonna get PDF copies. I'm gonna email them and say, hey, look, I need 5 PDF copies. And once this Mask of the New Generation is done, instead of me doing Fantasy Age, the second chapter, I'm gonna have us play this game.
Okay, so this sounds like some Narnia type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And so I want to check it out because the combat in this is based sort of off of Final Fantasy Tactics
Okay.
in the way it
Interesting.
plays. And so they gave me a free hard copy, which I didn't ask. There's like, oh, you're doing a video about different indie developers. Here, have a free copy. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read through this. I'm gonna do a review on that. And they said, well, are you currently running a session? I said, yeah, every Friday I do a pen paper session. He's like, how big's the group? I said, about 4 or 5 people. And he's like, well, email me. I'll send you copies and, maybe you can play it on the stream. And I said, yeah, definitely. So I want to go ahead and do that because they were very friendly, very nice, and stuff like that. And so I want us to sort of experience it all. Plus, we're all getting free copies of the book. So
that's fair.
yeah. And the great thing
down for
is the PDF normally sells for $12 on their website. But if you get a hard copy, it's like $50. So I really like their pricing and their willingness to take feedback and input. So I just thought, I'd let you guys know the change and that you're getting a free book when we switch over to my sessions.
Okay, cool.
That sound okay with you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good.
Like I said, I didn't think any of you would really complain with getting a free copy of a pen paper role playing game.
Well, now that you mention it, I do want them to take my money. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you can always go buy a hard copy yourself.
Exactly.
That's true.
It's actually, Zavi can confirm to this. It's well put together. The hard copy
it is. It's a pro grade book, and one of the things that was mentioned on there was, there's basically color coding on the page ends. So if you got the physical version, it's a lot easier to index where something is on it there because each section is marked off on its own. That you can view without having to actually open it yet.
Yep. It makes it very easy and very cool. And that was the first thing I saw, and I was like, I love this idea. This is good. It's a very high quality put together book. Has really nice artwork in it and stuff like that because they sort of give it like a comic book type feel in the whole entire thing. And I really like that feel. It breaks up from the paragraphs of text, which is nice. And the comic book feel is another way of them explaining the rules in a more visual aspect than just reading everything.
So I'm posting a link in the Discord channel. That you can if you click that, you can go. They're also doing. You can just download first edition for free.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to get like a head start of looking at it, apparently like the rules are going to be different. But I imagine the general idea and feel and stuff is probably.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the stuff right now, and it's the $9 US is the second edition PDF copy.
Yeah, they did mention every so often they do put on sale. It ranges anywhere from $9 to $12. So if you're interested,
Yeah.
definitely
Considering it's a
check that out.
400-page PDF, that's doing a good job. So.
Oh yeah, it's doing a really good job. So and the fact that the first edition's sort of free and they have like what was it, 12 add-ons for the first edition, which is sort of really nice.
Some things like there's a rank 1 adventure set, Elves of Yeld,
Yep.
Mermaid Hunter starter box set, Teens and Territories expansion.
Yeah.
Or Town and Territories.
Yeah. And that on that same page that I linked to, there's an asset pack that you can use on like Discord and Roll20 for when we want to do it. So like exists like
that's one of the things that they did bring up is that there is assets packs for Roll20 and Discord and stuff like that. And
that's always convenient. It's a lot easier to do.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Because I sat and talked with them for like an hour and a half, just looking over everything. So I wanted to spend more time, but there were other booths I had to check out because there was like about a little over 12 independent game developers at this convention making retro style games.
All right. Just one announcement from myself is that next Friday is the 31st, which is Halloween, and I have my take my girls out, so I probably won't be able to run a session on next Friday.
Well, how about, because it's Halloween, it's a holiday, why don't we go ahead, because I'm pretty sure people are going to want to go parties and stuff like that, why don't we cancel next Friday's session so that everyone can go do their Halloween stuff, and we'll meet up the first Friday of November.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it's thematic as would be to end this episode basically on Halloween itself. Yeah, you got family stuff. There's actual real world things to do, so that's fair.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so I just saw Chance's message. Thanks for jumping in, Chance. Chance, by the way, is a player in Stars Reach. If you haven't checked it, check out my interview playlist. I actually interviewed him about Stars Reach and playing Stars Reach and stuff like that. Really, really cool guy. So you're going to be seeing some more Stars Reach videos also coming out and stuff like that because of the update. And I want to show off the actual vendor kiosks. So, but anyways, I think we should end that here. I want to thank you guys all for watching and have a great day.
Night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Before you hit that button, so they didn't hear it. Yeah, it was a failed try. You missed. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to try this game out. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't even expecting it. He's just like, oh, you're a content creator. You're doing this small video about the different things. Here, have a copy of the book. And as soon as he handed me a copy of the book, I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, sure. You're giving us a bit of free promotion. Have a free product. And I said, well, I'll do a bit more. Now that I have a copy of the book in my hand, I'll look through it and do a review. And he goes, well, you got anyone to play with? And I said, yeah, I got a group that I do live streams with on Fridays. And he goes, well, I can give you free PDFs for the groups that you can play it, and give an even better review. I said, excellent. So this guy knows how to promote his product. I don't know. I didn't ask. I was, like I said, there were so many there. I was there from 11 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. Sorry about that, people. Yep.